When it comes to putting a meal on the table, I think people tend to overlook boiling as an effective cooking method. In this video, I'll show you how to put together a really delicious seafood boil that you can get on the table in well under an hour. For this recipe, I'm using a combination of frozen snow crab clusters, frozen shrimp, beef sausage, potatoes, eggs, and other vegetables. It's a classic Southern combination and you'll have tons of leftovers, trust me. Start out by getting a big pot of water boiling, at least 6 or 8 cups of water, and then season it. Basically use whatever seasonings you'd like. I've got a little bit of Old Bay, some lemon pepper, garlic powder, paprika. Just dump it in there and adjust as needed. You're going for salty and savory but not too overwhelming. The first layer to go in the pot will be your baby potatoes. I like to get a mix of red, purple, and white. These will take the longest to cook, so go ahead and put them in and then set the timer for 5 minutes. If you want to add eggs to your seafood boil, then do it at this point as well. Eggs boiling take about 17-18 minutes. Now because I'm filming, I'm doing this in an electric griddle with sides, but you'll be doing this on the stovetop, so you'll get a much harder boil than I did. When your 5-minute timer is up, go ahead and add your frozen crab clusters to the water. These are fully cooked, but you want to heat them all the way through. If you're adding smoked sausage or kielbasa to the mix, this is when you would add it as well. Go ahead and put everything in and then set the timer again for 10 minutes this time. Putting anything frozen into the water will change the temperature considerably, so don't be alarmed if it just stops boiling entirely. When your 10-minute timer is up, that's when it's time to add yet another layer. I'm putting in some carrot sticks that I made with multicolored carrots, and I'm adding my frozen shrimp. For seafood boil, I get large or jumbo frozen shrimp, peeled, deveined, but with the tail on. At this point, you're also going to add your other vegetables. Here I've got broccoli and romanesco, and then set your timer for 5 minutes. And that's it, you just made a seafood boil. Now, taking it out of the water, it'll look a little plain, so you'll want to have dipping sauces. You can also sprinkle the whole platter with the same spices you used for the water, some Old Bay, some lemon pepper, whatever you'd like. Most people would want some sort of melted butter-based sauce, maybe with a little bit of Old Bay in it, or something more elaborate like a Bee Loves Life sauce. That's going to be really rich and buttery. As you know, I like to watch my macros, so I made a sort of high-protein cottage cheese-based dip, sort of like a green goddess dressing. These are the basic ingredients, and of course, here are the macros. It's really easy to whip up in a blender, and you can just thin it out with some water if you want to try using it as a salad dressing. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. Is seafood boil a big favorite in your house? If so, what sort of dipping sauces do you like to use? I'd love to hear from you.